When life hits you pretty hard, you can go into a dark corner. I am not the richest, smartest or most talented person in the world, but I succeed because I keep going and going and going. I believe there's an inner power that makes winners or losers. And the winners are the ones who really listen to the truth of their hearts. There's a natural law of karma that vindictive people, who go out of their way to hurt others, will end up broke and alone. Success is usually the culmination of controlling failure. I believe any success in life is made by going into an area with a blind, furious optimism. I'm always looking for a new challenge. There are a lot of mountains to climb out there. When I run out of mountains, I'll build a new one. At the end of the day, Rocky is a love story, and he could never have reached the final belt without Adrian. When you're scared, when you're hanging on, when life is hurting you, then you're going to see what you're really made of. When I was in junior high school, the teachers voted me the student most likely to end up in the electric chair. Once in one's life, for one mortal moment, one must make a grab for immortality. If not, one has not lived. I've been involved in something which was chaotic and insane. All I can say now is that I am, and intend to stay, a single man. I made some truly awful movies. Stop, or my mom will shoot was the worst. If you ever want someone to confess to murder, just make him or her sit through that film. They will confess to anything after 15 minutes. I know I'm incredibly unpredictable, and that's the only thing I'm sure of. If you don't have a mountain, build one and then climb it. And after you climb it, build another one. Otherwise you start to flatline in your life. Life is more than sunglasses and hit movies. Reality, that's the main event. Playing polo is like trying to play golf during an earthquake. We're all expendable. We think the world's going to stop when a pope dies, or a king. And then, life goes on. Usually whenever you're scared of something, do it. If you're not afraid of it, don't do it. I take rejection as someone blowing a bugle in my ear to wake me up and get going, rather than retreat. Every time I've failed, people had me out for the count, but I always come back. I have great expectations for the future, because the past was highly overrated. When you're on top and you lead the parade, everyone's there throwing lilies and lilac water on your head. But when those parades have gone by and there's a storm in your heart, there are very few people that are going to sit there and listen to you bemoan life. I tend to think of action movies as exuberant morality plays in which good triumphs over evil. In a contest between me and a bulldog, you would say the bulldog is cuter. If you think people are inherently good, you get rid of the police for 24 hours, see what happens. For Rocky I got a torn pectoral muscle. I got all beat up inside. I had to have an operation to splice things back together. Testosterone to me is so important for a sense of well-being when you get older. I'm not handsome in the classical sense. The eyes droop. The mouth is crooked. The teeth aren't straight. The voice sounds like a mafioso pulp error, but somehow it all works. I believe an artist dies twice. The first time, it's just terrible. I've been there when the phone isn't ringing for years. I was an ambitious child and I tended to be scatterbrained. If I was at school and saw a bird outside the window, I wanted to follow it. I was adventurous. A lot of guys have muscles. A lot of strong men in this world. I think it's important to show that even under all this strength there's a fragile side, the side that can be affected. I have a lack of fear, whereas in the past the fear of failure was a powerful motivator. Anyway, I have great expectations for the future, but I just don't know if I'm the monarch of all I survey. The phenomenal thing that happened to me is that I was able to create two memorable men. One is the ultimate optimist, Rocky, and then you have Rambo, the ultimate pessimist. You're going to always be remembered for them, no matter what you do. It would be great to be able to pass on to someone all of the successes, the failures, and the knowledge that one has had. To help someone avoid all the fire, pain and anxiety would be wonderful. I was an insecure kid. Once I saw Hercules with Steve Reeves. It completely changed my life. If I had never gone to that film, I wouldn't be here today.